What's good? What's poppin'? Another episode of some of that deep shit where we connect the dots like we always do. This episode, this is the sleepy episode. This is the just woke up. Finna drop that shit episode where I'm about to get into the metaphysics of Christ consciousness part 3. And we're going to talk about, we're going to talk about what we talked about in the first 2 episodes. We talked about the metaphysics of Christ consciousness and the light. The second episode we talked about the metaphysics of Christ consciousness and Yahshua. So in this episode, this is the metaphysics of Christ consciousness and what it is to be and what the Antichrist is. Alright? So we're going to cover the whole gambit. 3-part series. Off top. So, a lot of people think that Christ was Yahshua's or Jesus's last name, which is incorrect. That is not what it was. Christ does not does not connect. Christ is not a person. That's where people get the game twisted at. They think it's a person. It's not a person. Alright, it's an energy. An energy that has come to this planet many, many times. It's the energy of light. Alright? And to even be more accurate about it, it has to do with the alignment of the lights that are above us, the stars, and things of that nature. And like I said before, the Bible drops many, many clues and many, many hints about this. You just have to know how to decode it. For example, the 12 disciples are actual archetypes of the zodiac wheel. Each disciple, you can contribute or connect each disciple with an astrological formation of the stars and alignments. Yahshua or Jesus, not the person part, because remember I told you that the story of Yahshua is a compilation of many different things that they attached to a physical person. You understand? So we're not talking about the physical person that they call Yahshua. We're talking about the archetype of Yahshua. So if the 12 disciples are the 12 zodiacs, that will make Yahshua the 13th in that zodiac. And what is the 13th zodiac sign? Remember, a few years ago, they reintroduced Ophiuchus to the zodiac wheel and said that now there's 13 signs now, right? There were always 13 signs. They just hid it. That's nothing new. It was 13 signs. They took it away, and now they're bringing it back, the 13th sign. So what does that tell you? They're saying that the 13th astrological energy actually exists, and it is here on this planet now. So that's telling you that the Christ energy is here now. Ophiuchus, if you look at the symbolism of what that is the man with the stick, with the serpent on the stick. You see what I'm saying? And the serpent does not mean anything evil or bad. It actually represents the Kundalini energy that is inside of you, that is inside of me, that comes from the energy above. Listen, don't get fucking scared by this shit. This is exactly what it is. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of you Bible thumpers who going around, you know what I'm saying, really serious and into your religion, really ain't into it because you don't know what the fuck you talking about. I'm just letting you know what it is. Me and you believe the same thing, but I can just explain it. That's the difference. While you just going off what somebody told you. So anyways, I digress. Yeah. Nigga looking a little rough. So the fucus energy is here now. That means the Christ energy is here now. You understand? And the Christ energy is us. It's a collective of a light. We all need to combine and collect and come together as lights to become whole or holy once again. Alright? So now we finna get into the aspect of what the Antichrist means. So remember, anti means against, per se, or not. So basically, if you're anti-Christ, that means you're not Christ, or you're not part of the whole light. So that means, like, so when they say that we were born into sin, they're telling you right there that the light was broken up. Because remember, you're anti the whole light. So when they tell you the story that you were born into sin, all that really is telling you, that's what I'm saying, I'm taking all the scary shit out of it and I'm giving you the fucking facts so you can fuck around and just be on some real shit. You know, excuse me for getting kind of hype, but come on, man, let that storybook Santa Claus shit go. Alright? This is real shit. So in the book, when they tell you that scary shit, oh, you were born into sin and you're born into the flesh and you were born into sin, so you must you must repent and all that shit. I got some shit on my lens, man. Damn. So you must repent and all that. What that means is the light came into you because you're a human being and got broken into different chakras. That's all that means. So what you need to do is to realign and regain your lights. That's what being born again and the whole ritual of the water and baptism and all that is all ritual, symbolizing bringing the elements together to realign your lights so you can become one whole light. Again, in the Bible it says, let thine eye be single so it can fill with light. Let thy eye be single. This eye be single so it can fill with light. It's telling you. But you too busy on some Santa Claus shit to really understand what the fuck is going on. I digress. Now, what does Antichrist mean? It means when you break apart the lights. When you are purposely keeping the lights separate. So what keeps us separate from each other? Okay, now don't get scared. I'm finna say a whole bunch of shit that's gonna make y'all think, and y'all gonna be like, damn. Alright, don't get spooked. Anything that keeps us from becoming one is Antichrist. That means anything that keeps us separate is Antichrist. Since the Christ energy is here, anything that's here to keep us separate. So all the shit that's getting pumped to you on TV, you're a Republican, you're a Democrat. That's separation. You're a Baptist, you're a Christian, you're a Catholic, you're a Muslim, you're a Buddhist. All these different ideologies are Antichrist. You see what I'm saying? You're a Republican and a Christian. There's two things. You love the color blue. You're a Cowboys fan. You're a Niners fan. All these things that make you like, oh, I'm a this, I'm a that. That's keeping you separate. That's all they do all day on TV is feed you things to identify with to separate you from your neighbor. You see what I'm saying? Classes. You're rich, you're poor. That's an Antichrist mentality. Those are Antichrist programs. If you want to break free from the matrix, you have to understand the rules first. Then you could break free. You see what I'm saying? Once you understand the rules, then you could break free. Now, I'm not saying don't like the color blue just because you don't want to be different from your neighbor because he likes yellow. I'm not saying that. All I'm saying is be conscientious of the things you put your energy to. It's okay to indulge in football, sports, rap music, backflipping, rock and roll, whatever the fuck it is you into, but you have to understand that you have to love thy neighbor and love thyself. Period. This is what all that shit mean. You know what I'm saying? But people take it too far because they've been fed this Santa Claus shit. So now, you know, we don't even understand what the fuck it is that we're supposed to be following by faith. But fuck that. You know what I'm saying? When you follow something blindly by faith, it's because you don't know. Period. So my whole point is, stop being separate from one another. We all have more in common than you would think. But the only way we gonna know is if we talk to each other. But we too busy text messaging, not even talking to the person next to us. We'll text them. You know what I'm saying? They in the same house. We in the same house. I'ma text this nigga. What the fuck is that? Technology keeping us separate. That's Antichrist. So we got to get back to nature. We got to get back to being wholesome, and we got to get back to love, because love is the thing that's going to bring us all back together, and that is the opposite of what Antichrist is. So peace, love, and I'm out.